You can build 3D browser game with Claude, and it's easier than you think. That one is real. It runs in the browser, you play with the arrow keys. And I didn't write a code for any of it. I'm going to walk you through the exact steps so you can make the one like that. Actually, much better than that. What matters most is the order you do it in. Get the wrong and you won't know what broke. So let me show you what you need for that and how to build such a game. 2 tools, that is the entire list. Claude Design and Claude Code. No Blender, no asset store, no game engine. No physics library, nothing you have to install and learn first. Claude Design does the 3D. You describe a car, you get a car, and you can take it with you. You can actually export that 3D object. Then Claude Code takes these files and turns them into something you can play. One tool makes the things, another makes them move. Quick orientation on tech, then we build. Three.js is what draw 3D in the browser. Your graphics card can already do this. Three.js is the layer that means you don't need to talk to it directly. React Fiber lets you describe the scene as a React component, a car component, an obstacle component, which matters later. Because when you want to change one thing, you can point at this single piece instead of the whole file. And both of them need the same thing before they can do anything. Models. That is the input. Normally that means opening Blender or buying assets or finding a 3D artist. For most developers, that is exactly where this kind of projects stop. So Claude Design generates the models. Claude Code loads them into React Fiber and give them behavior. And Vite runs the whole thing, reloading the second anything changes. That is the stack for today. I'm inside Claude Design and we are ready to start. First job is the look and only the look. No movement, no logic, no game. I will ask Claude Design to create a design system before it creates a real scene. For that we need to go to Design Systems and then press Create Design System. Then we need to select Create here. Here in the first input I typed 3D car racing game. Then regarding resources I didn't provide any because I don't have GitHub, I don't have Figma file, etc. And in any other notes I added some explanation. Here I describe create a design system for a low poly browser driving game, dark, clean, developer tool authentic, nighttime desert highway. Then I specified visual language, flat shaded, low poly, hard polygon edges, solid color fills, no textures, no image maps, no gradients or any surface. Then the colors with explanation. Also there is some explanation on typography. And basically this is the main thing. We are ready to start. Let's press continue to generation. Design system with all guidelines is created. Let's have a quick overview. That is the race hood preview. Some other elements like hazard band, motion, surface and edges, colors, text values, forms, and navigation. That's great. Now we can return to the main interface. Now we are ready to create a scene. By the way, for all of this, I'm going to use Opus 5 in the medium effort. First, we need to select the design system we just created, and that's going to be this night highway design system. And then we need to paste a prompt. Here is it. Build a 3D scene using this design system. Static only, no animation. Then we have explanation how road should look like. Straight 2-lane road running to the horizon, 8 meters wide. Then the color, dashes, center line, and solid edge lines. Then we explain how camera should be set. Chase camera 6 meters behind the car and 3 meters above it. Angle slightly down. 55-degree field of view. Then the car. In this case, we gonna go simple and we explicitly say simply boxy low poly vehicle, 4.2 meters long, 1.28 meters wide, and also some colors. Then the same explanation for the roadside, obstacles, and lighting. In the end, I mentioned name every group separately: road, roadside, car, obstacles. We will need that. Let's hit create. The first static scene is done. So you can see road, obstacles, car, some other car on the road, and it is midnight desert route as I asked. We can rotate the camera. That's how car looks. Looks okay so far. Let's continue with the second prompt. The second prompt is going to be like a test to see how it actually looks in motion. For that, we just ask animate only the road and the roadside scrolling toward the camera at a constant 20 meters per second. The car and the camera stay completely still. Change nothing else. Now we have motion and it looks okay so far. Let's paste third prompt, and the third one is gonna build interface for us. So here we need to ask design the game interface as a flat 2D overlay, not 3D. So what we need? We need score, current speed, 3 live icons, a start screen with the game title and the play button, a game over card with the final score and the retry button. Then we tell Claude Design to use the design system, some additional requirements for the colors and border radius, and finally keep it sparse and high contrast, readable at a glance while something is moving underneath it. Accent used once per screen, no more. Let's hit it. Okay, the prototype is ready. Here is the game title and button to drive. So now in the left corner we can see that we have lives. On the right we have speed and we have some navigation at the bottom, start, HUD, game over. When it is game over, we can race again. And in the left corner, we have score. The last prompt to Claude Design, and it is very important. We need to mention to Claude Design to add download buttons to this scene using Three.js built-in GLT exporter and OBG exporter. Then we need to mention I need to export each name group on its own, not the whole scene fused together. The car alone, each obstacle type alone, and one repeatable road segment alone. And finally, give me a GLB per object, keep the materials and the exact dimensions. Let's hit it. Meanwhile, Claude Design prepares the export, we can start working with the Claude Code. For this demo, I'm gonna use UI, not the terminal. And here is my first prompt. Set up a new Vite React TypeScript project with 3 React 3 Fiber and React 3 Dray. No other dependencies, no physics library. Get it running with an empty canvas and confirm it builds before doing anything else. And as you see, Claude already running this. And by the way, here I'm also using Opus 5 on medium effort. Claude Design prepared what I asked. Here in the bottom right corner, we can see that there is export button. Let's press. And here we have the objects: car, traffic cone, road barrier, stalled car, and road segment. Now we need to download them, and for that we need to press that GLB. That's done, we finished with Claude Design. Now everything continues with Claude Code. In second prompt in Claude Code, we need to attach the assets we downloaded from Claude Design. Then the prompt: I have 5 GLB files exported from my 3D design tool. Then we mention them. The next thing we need to mention, load them with the use GLTF from Dray and preload all 5. One component per asset: car, traffic cone, road barrier, stalled car, road segment. Then we tell that there is no roadside asset generated in code, and there is some description what kind of colors to use for that. Another part, we mention layout 4 road segments end to end with the car on them, and one of each obstacle placed nearby. So I can confirm everything loads at consistent scale against each other. Then camera, 6 meters behind the car and 3 meters above it. Angled slightly down, 55-degree field of view. Last one, add no behavior, static scene only. Let's go. That's done. So the next step is gonna be core illusion. And here is the prompt for that. The car and the camera never move, ever. Instead, move the road and roadside geometry toward the camera along negative Z point. Road segments are 9 meters long and tile seamlessly at the interval. Keep enough of them alive to cover the visible distance, and recycle each one to the back of the queue the moment it passes behind the camera. Expose the speed as a single named constant at the top of the file. No controls, no obstacles yet. That's done. Now let's see the result so far. Perfect, we have road, roadside, and moving car. Let's proceed to the next prompt. Here is the prompt. Add lateral control of the car only. Left and right arrows plus A and D move the car across the road between x minus 3 and x plus 3. Smooth acceleration and deceleration, not instant snapping. Add a slight body roll into the direction of a travel. The car cannot leave the road surface. No collision yet. Let's run it. This part is done. Let's check that out in the browser. And it works perfectly. So you can see that the car roll left and right. Now I'm doing this with arrows. Let me try A and D. Also works. Perfect. Now it's time to add some obstacles. Here is the prompt. Spawn obstacles from the 3 loaded types at random positions across the 8-meter road at a fixed interval ahead of the camera, moving toward it at the same speed as the road. Recycle them once they pass behind the camera. Then we need to mention use object pooling, do not create and destroy meshes on every spawn. Then some dimensions to the obstacles. And there is hard constraint. After placing every obstacle in a row, there must be at least 2.5 meters of continuous clear lateral space somewhere across the road. That we need to make just to make car fit there. And in the end, the instruction is no collisions yet. That's gonna be in the next prompt. Obstacles are ready, let's check them out. Perfect, we can see cones, barriers, some other cars on the road, and we can bypass them. Great, now collisions. So we ask Claude to add collision detection between the car and the obstacles. Here is brief instruction. Use axis aligned bounding box overlap checks each frame. Test it only against obstacles within 20 meters ahead of the car. Do not add a physics engine. Then important part, real dimensions, do not read them off the meshes at runtime, hardcode them. Then make the car collision box 80% of the visual size. And what we actually should do on collision. Register a hit and briefly flash the car, nothing else yet. Let's run it. Let's check the result. Let's try to hit this car. Okay, perfect. So we can see that collision was registered and car started to blink. Let's try to hit that con. Same. Okay, works. Now we need to add game state. Start screen, playing, and game over. Let's prompt this. We're in the state. Start screen, playing, game over. 3 lives, a hit costs 1 life and gives 1 second of invulnerability with the car flashing. At 0 lives, show the game over card. Score increases with the distance traveled. Carry the final score into the game over card and reset cleanly on retry. Use the HUD components from the design handoff. The game is ready. Let's test the final result. Here on the left we have the game name and we have that drive button. Let's press it. Okay, we can see on the left we have lives. So now it's 2 because I hit something in the beginning. And we have score on the right. Let me hit something else. So now we can see that lives is 1 and it is red. Let's hit one more and it says game over. Here is my final score. Perfect. And here is one more suggestion as an additional prompt for such kind of things. Check and optimize the performance of such a game. For that you can ask Claude profile and fix, instance repeated geometry, keep total draw calls under 100 and make sure nothing allocates inside the animation loop. Target locked 60 FPS on a mid-range laptop. Tell me what the actual numbers are before and after. That will help you a lot. How do you like that 3D magic from Claude Design and Claude Code? Let me know in the comments. That was a simple example. I know that game is not perfect. It looks like from 90s. But the goal of this video was to show the capabilities of Claude Design and Claude Code together. You can build much more with that. Of course, you will not be able to build a game like GTA, but something simple that people will actually play. There are a lot of examples of games like that, and you can actually monetize from these games. Besides games, you can do a lot of cool stuff with a 3D. Before, it was a nightmare, finding or creating these 3D assets and then actually working with them with Three.js. You had to learn a lot just to achieve something simple. Now you can create these 3D models in Claude Design, import them to Claude Code, and 30 minutes and you have it live in your browser. That's insane. Let me know your thoughts about this combo and tell me what you're gonna build with that. Game, 3D animated website, or something else. I'm really wondering to know. That's it for today. I hope this video was helpful. If yes, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. That helps me a lot. Thank you for watching and see you in a week.